Would you tell us about the room?
Yes, we're in a Korean traditional house. It's called a hanok. Is that the right pronunciation?
Hanok, without the k sound at the end. Hanok.
It was built in 1890. So it's your family home. We've lived here about 10 years. This is the main room. It's called the Daechangmaru. We've played a few games here, but generally we play in a different room. So a lot of history. 6 generations of your family have lived here.
Yeah.
Bamboo wife, that's called. So you sleep with it and the wind blows through and cools you down, I think.
Exactly.
Don't know what that is. It's a lot of things I don't know what they are in this house. People ask me, they say, what is that? I don't know.
Okay. So, shall we talk about board games now?
Yes.
What games did you play growing up?
So I have 2 sisters and a brother, and at Christmas we'd often get a game. It was quite interesting because when we'd open it, my eldest sister, she loves to know all the rules. So she would read the rules and play by the rules. But other people, especially my mother and brother, just, doesn't matter about that rule, doesn't matter about that. So we had Trivial Pursuit. Have you heard of that? That's a quiz, kind of general knowledge game. And when we play as a family, we don't play by the rules. Just if you get a question right, you get a cheese.
Cheese?
Well, it's kind of a cheese-shaped thing. But you need to get 6 categories correct to win, basically. So, yeah, that was always a tension. Play by the rules, don't play by the rules. Monopoly we played. Articulate. That is where you have words and you have to explain the word or expression without saying the word. So if like board game was on the card, I'd have to say, right, this is an activity where you sit round and you roll dice together. And then my partner says board gaming. So you have to do that quickly. So, yeah, especially Christmas, we'd play games. Yahtzee.
Oh, yeah, Yahtzee.
Yahtzee we'd play. And then with friends, we used to play poker, sort of at school, or blackjack, just with very small coins, not seriously. But that was always good fun, 5 or 6 of us. That was like going up through age, 16. And then at university, we played Monopoly generally.
Oh.
A lot of people don't like Monopoly in the board game community because they think it's too, focused on luck, goes on too long.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, I mean, the person who's most successful gets richer and richer. The poorer get poorer and get knocked out. So there's a lot of things that are not ideal. But I think if you play by the actual rules, which people don't, then it's a lot quicker. And I think it's still a fun game. I think one positive thing is that everybody in the world knows the rules. Oh. So you can just sit down and play.
True.
And it's dice rolling's fun. And negotiation's fun. So it's still a few good things in it. I'll play it.
Scrabble? Didn't you play Scrabble?
Scrabble. Yeah, not seriously, but yeah, always play Scrabble. So that takes us up to, and chess.
Ooh, chess.
Yeah. I mean, I generally, throughout my life, I've always played 1 game a week of something. It seems to be. I've been lucky. I've always had people to play a game with.
Is chess something you were taught at school?
Yeah, I was in a chess club.
Oh.
Yeah. I do prefer board games because, especially these Euro-style board games where everyone's building things and getting points. Whereas chess, I'm trying to take your piece, and if I do, that means I'm stronger than you, and it's kind of a battle, isn't it? If you play someone better than you, it can be a bit demoralizing because you're just getting weaker and weaker. You know you're going to lose. But I still play. I still play chess. And then we got into modern board games through Caton.
Do you remember how you got to know that game?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know how we got into Caton, but amazing. Caton, great fun. We played that 50, 100 times.
That sort of opened my eyes.
Yeah, again, everyone I've introduced that to enjoys it. I mean, there's some great things about Caton. Again, not liked by many in the board game community. Too much luck and too long, but good fun. Again, dice rolling, negotiation. So we played Caton, Carcassonne, Puerto Rico for about 10 years, didn't we?
We did.
And I would get one game a year on my birthday, and I'd tell you what to get. But they'd often be quite lighter games. Dominion, we played. Didn't like that so much. Ticket to Ride. But and Puerto Rico was the big heavy game.
Oh yeah.
Back in those days.
Yeah.
Well, then I remember in 2017, I played a game of Puerto Rico, and I had a light bulb moment. I realized, for that 1.5 hours, I was just totally focused. Totally focused. In the zone on the game. And so I was thinking, well, that is an activity that, it's fantastic because you're not thinking about the usual stuff. You're just focused. So that's when I started watching videos on YouTube, like top 100 videos. Wow, amazing! You get so many great ideas. So that's when I started buying a lot of games. And Agricola was the first real heavy one.
Oh.
Of course, there are heavier games. I just started playing that solo, playing with other people. Just couldn't get enough of Agricola. Wow, what a fantastic tactical strategic game. So then through the ages, getting heavier games. Here I Stand, which was a war game, takes about 10 hours, 12 hours. And it's amazing because when you get into the hobby, you start coming across all these new mechanics like worker placement and deck building and others. I suppose as time goes on, it's not so interesting, right? Because you've come across these things before. Of course, the new games are coming up with new ideas all the time. But I think it's when you start, it's really exciting because you're seeing what board games can do. So that was 2017. The collection got pretty big pretty soon, and we played a lot of Hansa Teutonica. You have played it. It's a very clever game. Route building. It's quick. It's 45 minutes or an hour. Very interactive. You can push people's cubes off. So very clever system. Love Hansa Teutonica. Played that about 45 times. And then you go through these runs of playing various games. A lot of Great Western Trail. I went through a stage of loving Alexander Pfister games. So Mombasa is another one of his. So that's it. You also start buying games because of the designers.
Oh.
So through the ages, Mage Knight, that's the same designer, Shavatel. Mage Knight play. I started getting into solo games. I mean, Mage Knight is the most amazing game solo. So started buying games to play solo, and then it kind of slowed down. I remember I bought the Brass Birmingham, 2 classic games, and I felt when they arrived, and this was about 3 years ago, I kind of my collection was done. You know, I'd got all the games from the past that I'd wanted, and then since then, I just occasionally buy games, especially games that are very different. Like Hegemony is quite different. This is a political game where it's the working class against the upper class, capitalists, and the middle class. So this is very different from your usual games. And then these days, the game my group are really into. I'm lucky, as I say. I have found people to play with. So, and my board game group play a lot of Darwin's Journey, which is very clever. Has a lot of chaining actions where you do one and then another, then another. Very satisfying. And that's it. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Like, subscribe, and we'll make another video soon. Bye-bye.